Hello again, Pisces, and I hope all of you had a wonderful Valentine's Day. So before we begin your reading, I have two cards here for you, and what you're pulling here is the feeling around it is that you need to deal with the situations that you're facing right now rather than pulling the veil over your eyes. So from Lay Vampire, you pulled Witness, to know personal evidence and to speak out. The blessing here says that the veils of illusion and deceit have lifted. While this can be painful, it is also a great blessing to know the truth. Do not doubt your experience. And then with working with this card, it talks a lot about never lying again to yourself. Accept the evidence of your experience and honor it within your heart and within your words when wisdom demands you to speak freely about it. So there's a need to speak about the experiences that you're having right now. But then on top of that, you pulled Quest from Chakra Wisdom. And what worries me here is that the very first quote in this card says, "When I am somewhere else, my life will have meaning." And your life has meaning right now. Even though things may be difficult and you're becoming a witness to these difficult experiences, you are on the path that you're meant to be on right now. And, the things that are happening right now are happening for a reason, and you need to speak out about it. And again, become a witness to your own experience. Now, the inspiration here says that you may be on a quest that is unnecessary. Allow yourself the space for self-discovery. And then the key ideas are being open to wisdom, commitment to your path, courage, journey, and answers. So if you're experiencing something difficult right now, it's understandable that you may want to move away from it and feel like there's a different path that is better for you. But before you can change your path, you have to honor the experiences that you're going through, no matter how painful they may be. Okay, Pisces, here we go. Here's the energy coming through. Speaking about painful experiences, the Ten of Swords. Every time I see this card, especially as a signifier, the most important message here for you is that things are about to get better. This is the ending of pain. The ending here has to be accepted. It may have been painful, but you are being released from that pain now. And again, it's like when one door closes, another opens. This is the end of the pain. So this is the start of something new, but you have to accept the ending here. And in the past, the Five of Swords, and it's no wonder why the Ten of Swords is a signifier, because if you're dealing with bullshit, there is a need for it to end. So the Five of Swords, again, to me, is the bullshit card. This is just, there's no truth here. This is all about ego, and it's mental. It's all mental shit. And what worries me here is, are you doing this to yourself, or is somebody else pulling you into conflict? Because clearly it needs to be over with, like right now. And then with what you're pulling in the oracle cards, it's understandable. You guys may feel like, I need to get away from this right now. I just need to pull that veil back over my eyes because reality is just too hard. But you can't. You can't do that. Not with Witness. Again, you have to become a witness to your own experiences and speak out about it. Oh my. In the present, the Devil. You are chaining yourself to something that is no good for you. No good. And the reason why we do this is because we think that people and situations are bringing us fulfillment, but truly they're not. But the power here is that you know this and you can release yourself from it. And you have to do that. Again, with that Ten of Swords, it's like needing to accept the ending of this conflict in your life, but you have to let yourself go. You can't chain yourself to the things that do not serve you, because truly there's no fulfillment here. You think it's bringing you fulfillment, but it's not. Future conditions. Now, to me, this is saying when you look at the Devil and you look at the 10 is about the ending of pain. The devil is saying that you can release yourself from the things that are harming you. And when you do that, your future conditions end up with the Ace of Cups, which is beautiful to see. It's beautiful to see. The Ace of Cups is, good opportunities coming through, but it has to do with emotional fulfillment. Love, romance, tapping into your own psychic abilities, which Pisces, yes, very psychic. Very psychic. So, this is good to see coming out of this hard stuff here. It's like a return of emotional fulfillment when you decide to break away from the bullshit. Your best path to follow is telling you to protect what is important to you and leave the rest of this shit behind. You gotta leave it behind. You gotta let it go. Take with you what is important. Screw the rest, because it's no good. No good at all. Man, Pisces, it kills me seeing this because you guys are riding so high and now it's like there's some conflict that needs to be talked about here and some issues that need to be dealt with. I mean, the swords, man, and it's mental. It's mental stuff. Mental bullshit. And again, with the devil, you know what this is. You know what's happening around you. You can release yourself from it. And with that Ace of Cups, I feel like that is what you do, which is good to see. But again, you have to accept here the ending and that you may have to leave something behind that may have been familiar to you before, but it's got to be done so that you can open up to the opportunities coming through here. And in your environment, moving away from conflict, yes, that is exactly what you need to be doing. The Six of Swords kind of has like a sad feeling to it because when you look at the travelers, they just kind of look like worn. But they're moving away from all this shit here. And this is in your environment. To me, this is saying that you do have an opportunity to move away from this and see something different. And this could actually be you moving. Like moving into a new home or moving to a new place, somewhere where your situation is going to change from what you're having to deal with right now. I mean, looking at it this way, it's like conflict done, gone. Taking with me what I can and that's it. Screw the rest. And whatever's left behind here is no good anyway. And I feel like between these two, when you do this, again, emotions will be much lighter for you than what you're having to put up with right now. And again, with witness, speaking up about your experiences and becoming a witness to it and honoring what you've been through. As painful as this shit is, yes, you need to honor what you're going through right now. It's like there's that feeling there that, what doesn't kill us makes us stronger. I mean, that's like big time here, because I don't have this feeling that you're like trying to swim out way far out in the water to get away from this. It's like you're right in it. You're right in it. You see it for what it is. You know what's going on. You know that there's an opportunity to move away from it. And you're dealing with it. With that Six of Swords, you're dealing with it. It sucks, but you're going to get away from this shit here. Oh, your hopes and your fears. And looking at the two, to me, the hope is a new offering here of some emotional fulfillment. I mean, and this is definitely you. Like, you getting back to that feeling of balanced emotions almost, but then, that offering, the cups, there's an offering here. I almost wonder if maybe there's some conflict surrounding what, maybe being offered to you. But, I get this feeling with it being a hope that you kind of get back to, again, like smoother waters, right? And the Ace of Cups and the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups, the big thing there that seems to be this week is show me. Action. Action speaks louder than words here. So, if you're being offered something better than what you're experiencing now, I mean, I don't see that Knight as anything. I don't see the messages coming through as being conflicting. With it being in your hopes and your fears, it's like there's a hope for some emotional fulfillment. And I almost feel like, there's like two parts to this. You getting back to some smoother emotions, but then also, this could suggest another water sign, like offering you something better than what you're dealing with right now. And the outcome, the Tower, man. Pisces, I love you guys, but man, what you're dealing with right now is, it's rough, but it needs to be dealt with. And I out of all of this, I really feel like, you guys are right in it. You are right in it. You're not trying to hide from it or pull that veil over your eyes. You're right in it and you're dealing with it, and you're becoming a witness to this experience. The Tower is about having built on a false foundation and having all that shit come crashing down, all that limiting shit. Again, it's like what you have going on here is not fulfilling you. It's not serving your purpose. It's got to go. It's got to go, and it's going to be some change for you. But again, the beauty there is that you get to rebuild something better than what you had before. But, seeing that and with your future conditions, I feel like once you do this, the rebuilding is going to be emotionally smoother for you. I mean, but it's something that you're going to have to experience, and it's going to be painful. But again, with the Ten of Swords, once you hit rock bottom, there's nowhere to go but up. And you're right in it. I mean, you're not hiding from this at all. And there's a lot of mental stuff going on. Practice compassion. See things from a different perspective. And, that's kind of hard to do when you have this kind of stuff going on. But definitely, I think that's beautiful advice. But again, with that card, I feel like you need to have compassion for yourself for what you're going through here. Because what you're going through here is really tough. But then again, I also feel like, seeing things from a different perspective. That Ace and that Knight. Somebody with some emotional backing coming through, an offering. I feel like I keep hearing it's like there's this offering of something better, to experience something better than what you've been dealing with. But definitely you have to have compassion for yourself and give yourself a break when dealing with all this heavy shit. And the heart of the matter, and speaking your truth and becoming a witness to your own experiences. I love you guys for this because you're not running away from this. You're facing this head on. And, again, with Quest and with the Six of Swords, I feel like, if you feel like you need to make a move to someplace different, then yeah, maybe it is a time to have a change of scenery, something better than what you're experiencing now. But, that Knight and that Ace, I feel like there's going to be like this knight in shining armor that's going to come through and help you out and show you that you can have something better and that you can rebuild something better. Okay, Pisces, so I really feel like looking at this that you guys are going through a difficult time, and it breaks my heart because you guys were riding so high for so long. But now it's like there's some painful stuff that needs to be dealt with here. Now, again, with the Ten of Swords, there's going to be a new beginning here. It's the ending of the pain, but there is pain here that's going to have to be dealt with. And I feel like, and God love you guys for this, you're right in it. You're right in it. You're sticking with it, and you're dealing with it, and you're speaking out about it. You're not running away from the situation that's happening here. And I feel like you guys may have been chaining yourself to some bullshit that was not serving you, and it's just dragging you down. But again, with the devil, it's like you release yourself from it. You get out of it, and what you're looking at in future conditions, and with the Tower, You know, to me, it's saying that what you're going to rebuild here is going to be more emotionally fulfilling for you. And then looking at this with the Knight, usually in readings, when I see some really hard stuff going on, when this Knight shows up, it's like somebody who is offering you something better. Like, here, let me help you, especially when it comes to your emotions, because that is what I feel like is lacking here. Being a water sign, all you have is mental. It's all mental stuff. So I feel like, while you're trying to stick with this and deal with the situation, I feel like what's missing here is having help regarding your emotions. And then here he comes to help you out and to show you that there is something better than what you're experiencing now. And then I also have this feeling of movement, like moving away, moving somewhere else, different scenery, getting away from this conflict. Now, the Seven of Swords being your best path to follow is saying that you're going to feel like you've had something taken from you. And you may have to leave this ship behind. But you need to protect what it is that is important to you when you're moving away from this conflict. But again, I have this overwhelming feeling that somebody's coming through to help you out here. Now, when you look at what you pulled with Whispers of Love, practice compassion and see things from a different perspective. I think that, you need to have compassion for yourself, but when it comes to seeing things differently, the Tower is what needs to be seen differently here. And that, and this, you need to see that this is harmful for you. This is no good. And then when it comes to the Tower, again, the beauty there is that you get to rebuild and something so much better than what you had before. And I really feel like, and I can't help it, that this person is trying to show you this. Now, rest and relaxation. When you're going through this, and especially if you're making a move, yeah, you need to take a break. But more importantly, you need to take a break from the pain, because all this mental shit going on is going to, I feel like it's going to affect your emotions in a way that we're just not seeing yet here. And it worries me. So yeah, definitely give yourself a break. And then the heart of the matter. And I feel like you're doing just that. You're really looking at what the situation is, because you could run away from this. You could choose not to see what's going on here, but you're right in it. And God love you for it. You're not running from it. You're dealing with it. But, I feel like you're neglecting your emotions. I'm grateful that this is showing up, because to me, again, it's saying that somebody with emotional backing is going to come through to help you, to see that different perspective, that things can be so much better than what you're experiencing right now.